Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluwajoba. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing and joining the family. And if you end up enjoying this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section below and enjoy this video. Guys, you see that I'm just smiling sheepishly. This is a video that I have always wanted to film. If you are new here, then if this is your first video on my channel, then I would link I have a playlist of my pregnancy journey. I'm going to leave it linked up here. I'm also going to leave it in the description box. You can go on there and watch my journey. Guys, I won't say I'm nervous. It's just so surreal that this is happening to me, to us, and I can't be more than grateful. Like, I'm so grateful to God for this privilege that He has given us. If you want to understand this whole thing, I would advise that you go watch the previous videos that I put up before this one and come up to speed about my journey. And yeah, but basically it's me. I've been married for a while, for like 5 years now, and we have been trusting God for a while. Yeah, so yeah, the full story, like I said, go and watch the previous videos and get caught up. But yeah, so today's video is basically about the symptoms that I had all through my pregnancy. So at the moment, I'm in my second trimester, so I will give you update on my first trimester. Oluwajoba reporting here for duty to give you an update on my first trimester. Wow. All right, so I've written some of the symptoms here on my phone, just so that I'm sure that I'm covering the basics. I'm covering everything. And yeah, so the first thing I have on my list is maximum exhaustion. Guys, I can't even say tired. I don't know which is worse, whether tiredness, when you say you're tired or you're exhausted. Please let me know in the comment section, which one do you think? I don't know. I think I need to check the dictionary to see which one is worse. Whichever is worse, that was what I experienced my first trimester, guys. And it's so funny that I wasn't sick, I didn't vomit, I didn't have I didn't spit, or I didn't do any of those things, but the exhaustion, the tiredness was out of this world. I have never in my life been that tired. And usually I'm someone who is like really active. Like I get to work a lot. I'm always keeping myself active. Basically, I'm not someone that you just see on a regular day sitting down and not doing anything. So my first trimester was really hard for me because it was different from my kind of person. I had to literally, guys, I was on my bed almost throughout my first trimester. I wasn't on bed rest, but I was always tired. Like, I would wake up in the morning and I would be tired. I would have a full night's rest or full night's sleep and I would be tired. Guys, my God, oh my God, I can't explain it. All the days were not like that. It wasn't like throughout the first trimester of the 3 months I was always 100% like that tired. But there were days that would be like maybe 90% or 80%. I think the best days were like 80%, and that 80% I was still tired, but I would still be able to like drag myself up and try to do some things around the house. And but even on those 80% days, I'm like, okay, let me take my laptop and do some work. And for the life of me, I couldn't stay on my laptop. I would open my laptop, and just the sight of seeing my laptop open would make me even more exhausted. Guys, it was difficult. It was difficult because it wasn't my kind of, it wasn't my daily routine of not doing anything. But that was literally what my first trimester was like. And even though at the beginning I was a bit hard on myself, I was going to be like, no, don't be hard on yourself. You are growing a human. And yeah, like, it took a lot, but I'm grateful. And I remember what I would tell my husband then is it's not funny but I'm grateful to be going through this, because this is what I've always wanted for a long time. So I was, even in the tiredness, I was still grateful that, God, thank you for giving me the opportunity to, go through this and be able to experience this part of life. Yeah, and really, I know that I have appreciated my husband privately. I need to really say that, thank you, baby. Thank you so much for being so supportive. Guys, you guys don't understand. Oh my God, you guys were like, I couldn't. I'm someone who cooks almost every day in the week. Like in 7 days, I'll cook maybe 5 days in a week, or 6 days in a week, or thereabouts. Yeah, about 5, 6 days in a week. I couldn't. So on those days when I'm like 80%, I would drag myself off the bed or wherever I'm lying down, and I would make like some soups or stew that we could put in the freezer. And all we needed to do was like maybe make rice, make eba, make swallow, just to supplement, so that we don't have to do. So my husband didn't have to do like, you know. But yeah, it was gangster. The tiredness was gangster, guys. Gangster. So that was like my first. That was like my first symptom. Like it was gangster. It was gangster. Yeah, I think the next one is sleeping. Yeah, I slept a lot in my first trimester. So because I was always tired, I was always sleep. I would literally wake up in the morning, use the toilet. That's usually what wakes me up. I have to pee, clean up, eat breakfast, and literally sleep. That was literally what I was doing. Wake up, eat, sleep. Wake up, eat, sleep. And when I don't sleep, I just watch shows on TV, to be honest, or I gist with my husband, we just catch up, or we take walks. I remember that in the evenings we'll take walks, and that kind of really helps. Like later in the first trimester, that's when my husband started taking walks, and he made it a bit better, yeah. And to be honest, the exhaustion didn't stop until like maybe like my 17th week, when I was way into my second trimester. But yeah, as of now, it's not as bad, but there are days where I still feel tired, but not as tired. That first trimester one was gangster. Now I work, I'm filming, I couldn't do anything. So yeah, so exhaustion, I wrote here maximum exhaustion. And then sleeping, yes, I slept a lot. And yeah, my breast changed. I had my breast was really, they were really tender and sensitive. And yeah, I very quickly I grew a cup, how do you say it? I grew a cup size or something like that. Yeah. So my boobs grew, and yeah, it was tender. It's still a bit tender now, but it's not as bad as the first trimester. Then I also had food aversions. I actually didn't know that I had food aversions. You get? I just thought. But when I started, I was like, I actually had food. I couldn't eat a lot of things. Like I said, I wasn't vomiting, or I wasn't vomiting or spitting or having to put spit in my mouth or stuff like that. No, but I couldn't eat a lot of things. In fact, throughout my first, even till now, to be honest, I just started eating some of these things again throughout my first trimester up until like a week ago. Currently, in my 20th week. Yeah, in my 20th week. So, up until like maybe 19th week, I couldn't eat fish, chicken, meat, egg, anything like that. So I would literally, like, if you're Nigerian, you know the way we eat. If you want to eat rice and stew, for example, you eat rice, you have your rice, you have your stew, and then you have chicken or meat or turkey or whatever on it. Your girl will literally eat rice and stew with nothing, like nothing. And I don't know if you're Nigerian and you can relate, please leave it in the comment section below. I never thought in my wildest life that, or in my wildest dream, that I would eat swallow without anything. Like I would literally eat eba, eat semo, eat what's it called, poundo, without meat, no chicken, nothing, no fish, nothing. I literally eat like that because I had to eat. Like I think it was just like a few weeks ago that I just started eating. I'm not even fully back yet, because sometimes I eat it and I still feel like And like today I ate, and no, it was yesterday I ate, and it was good. I think I've noticed that if the chicken, I think it's only turkey I've tried, but if the turkey is in the stew, I'm able to eat it better than if it's in any other thing or if it's just bare. So that's what I've noticed of recent. But through our first trimester, I couldn't eat any of those things. I remember that I wanted to eat a lot of pepper as well. Shout out to Dami and Ronke. I told them early as well because they are here and they were like my support system outside my home, like they're really close to me. So I told them, and so those days I didn't really have like cravings. I had cravings, but I think I just settled in my mind that whatever I couldn't get, or whatever I couldn't reach, I wouldn't, if I crave it, I'll just wait for it to pass. So that's what I did a lot of the time. But there was a time that I was craving a particular native dish from our side, amala, gbegiri, and ewedu, and I didn't have. So I just called Dami and um don't care, to ask them if any of them had it and if they could make it, and both of them came through. So one person brought maybe begiri and ewedu, the other person brought amala and stew. So by the time two of them brought it, I had a full meal. I think that was like the only, oh no, there was a time that I craved fried rice as well. Dami made that for me. The time I was craving meat pie, Ronke made that for me. So on those very few occasions, I had, my girls coming through for me, which I really appreciate. Okay, Dami, I'm sure you guys are watching this video. Thank you so much for being amazing, and thank you for being a good support system. I can't appreciate you guys enough. Thank you so much for making my first trimester really good, and thank you for coming through. Thank you so much. So those were the only things I could eat was rice and beans. At the beginning of my first trimester, I could eat fries. Then maybe after like a few weeks, I couldn't eat fries anymore. Then so I could eat rice and beans together. Yeah, it had to be together. I couldn't eat rice alone. It had to be rice and beans. And I could eat moi moi. Moi moi is also made from beans. I could eat beans as well, like cooked the way we cook it at home. And then I could eat jollof rice. So these were basically the only things I could eat for like 4 to 5 months, basically. Let me say 4 months, basically. And I just had to manage. I was just repeating the food, repeating. The only thing in my mind was, at least I can eat something. And I wasn't throwing up, jigget. And I had like a bit of nausea, but not the nausea that would make me throw up. It was just nausea. And that thing that I had was, I had lower back pain as well. My waist was always paining me. Thanks to my husband, he was always massaging my body. That, in fact, I can't, like, every time I tell him that, every time he does that massage, he's like, thank you, you have blessed me, because it really helps. Because when the tension is on my back or my waist, and it helps massages it just reduces that tension, and I feel better like instantly. Then I had irritation as well. I don't know, I can't really explain it. I just was always irritated. But that was another symptom I had. And the another symptom I had that I've never had before was bleeding gum. From the first day that I knew that I was pregnant even till now, actually, this is my 20th week, like I said, I'm still, every time I brush my teeth, I bleed. And I don't bleed when I brush my teeth before. So, in fact, I plan on seeing a dentist, like, in the coming week or something. So, that's another thing. Anytime I brush, I bleed. And I found out that it's one of the pregnancy symptoms. It's just that now I'm more careful, because I'm pregnant, every part of my body is a bit very tender. So I'm usually very careful, but even at that, I still have bleeding gum. Then I think the last thing on my list is I had an odor that I didn't like. So it wasn't bad, because I remember asking my friends and asking, it just, I mean, because I was the one that was pregnant, I had this body odor that I didn't like. It smelled like antibiotics. It smelled like I was smelling like antibiotics. And I was like, what is this smell? And I remember asking my husband to smell, and he was like, no, that I don't smell like antibiotics. I said, that's how I smell. Like, I could literally smell. I don't know why. Now, like when I enter the second trimester, it's all gone. I don't have that smell anymore. But throughout my first, and it was so disturbing, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, I had that body odor as well. I had that antibiotic odor. I won't say it's body odor. I had that antibiotic odor, and for me, it wasn't nice. Other people couldn't smell it, but I could, and I didn't like it. It was so irritating. I didn't like it. So I think those were about the symptoms that I had in my first trimester Yeah, I think those were about it. I didn't, like I said, I didn't vomit, I didn't spit, which I was really, really grateful for. I didn't have nausea that would make me, want to throw up every time. If I eat anything, I could keep it down. Yeah, basically. But it was, aside the exhaustion and the sleeping sleeping habit, I think first trimester was quite good, and yeah, it was okay. It was okay, to be honest. I think most especially thank God for the people that I have around me, my husband and my really close friends, even my family that knew much later. I'm just really grateful. So it's been good. And yeah, that's it about my first trimester update. By God's grace, I'll be here again in a few weeks to give you the update on what my second trimester currently is like, basically. All right, so that's about it for my first trimester update. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to me if you are not yet subscribed. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Jesus loves you. Bye.